Taleb is in goal for the Vuck. And then for Nunawading, the visiting side, we do have Timothy Atherinos, Felix Dimitrakis, Mickey Garmo, Dominic Jamriska, Nicholas Kiranakis, Archibald Joseph McPhee, one of the better names, we'll see. Dennis Martin, Andrew Mullett, the captain, Kite Park, Andrew Visciglio, and Samuel Wong. As we do get underway here. Nunawading just giving up the ball there, and it looks like the Vuck are going to move their way through to Duratovic, and he's got an overlapping run on the left-hand side. Are the Vuck able to get an early goal? No. It's a fantastic block in the end to ensure that Patrick Hogan couldn't square the left boot away and shoot one into the bottom corner.
That was a good opportunity from the Vuck there, and they created space the way they switched it from that right-hand side over to that left, and just Patrick Hogan just couldn't put it away. I think he maybe took a little bit longer. I think he thought he had more time than he actually did, and the Nunawading defence came back to put a good block in.
Well, the Victory will have another opportunity here with the corner. Ball comes in. It's a decent looking attempt, and it was a good ball in, but Kane Razmovsky couldn't capitalise on the Hamakiotis corner. Type of weather parcours today where you're stoked about being outside.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a nice way to finish the season with the sun shining and as Victory make their way forward.
Victory just playing it around here. Nice ball inside, but cut off there by the Nunawading defence, and they're going to try and move it. And if they are able to move it, the referee's going to blow for a foul. Just playing it around the back now. Nunawading. And then a long ball over the top. Is not able to find Joshua Varga on that left-hand side. Probably one of the shorter kings in the on the field today.
Certainly is. Short king.
Maybe not a target man, but...
We respect a short king, Ed. We do.
You do, yeah. That's your prerogative. Victory back on the ball now, and they're going to try and move it around, but it is that man Vargas to apply some pressure and win the throw-in. Goes back inside to Dimitrakis. Nunawading looking for a switch of play, but it is cut out there by Hogan, and that's a decent touch, but intercepted there. Atherinos on the right-hand side. Shaping for a ball over the top, but not many options presenting. There is an option on the far left-hand side in Vargas, but electing to go back to his defence. Good ball inside, but beats everyone. And the goalkeeper for Victory, Ahmed Taleb, is able to jump on that one before playing it back outside. Nunawading with a high press, so we see Joshua Vargas presenting well, and the press is going to be enough for Nunawading to win the ball back, but only temporarily. Good pressure by Nunawading, and the ball's almost creeped in as Taleb looked to clear it away, and it looked like it came off the scone of Joshua Vargas there, parcours.
Certainly did.
Nunawading can continue to press, and Leithland's under pressure. He's able to clear it away. Not able to find Hogan, but it does look like it's going to fall to the Victory. Decent play back inside. That was a strange chance, parcours.
Certainly was, and it's kind of a little bit of a story of how Victories defensively have been at times this year, and they've they've lost track of where their players are and haven't been as solid as they think they would have liked to be, and that's why they almost conceded a goal so early on in this game.
If you were Joshua Vargas's head, you would have been stoked if that had gone in.
You would have. You certainly would have.
Oh, it would have been a fabulous goal.
On the last day as well?
Last day of the season.
Come on.
The summer break is looming, but for Victory and for Nunawading, they'll want to get a good result here. Looks like both sides are electing for the press, but Nunawading doing well to creep the ball out. Now Victory can attack. Looking for Hogan on the left-hand side. An overlap is provided, but Nunawading able to intercept before the ball falls back to Menelau. There he is again, and going to play inside there to Bozanowski before the overlapping run of Lino is fantastic, and the save comes from the cross. Definitely wasn't a shot, but the interception was crucial.
Interestingly enough, for Nunawading today, player by the name of AJ McPhee, he is top of the table for the Golden Boots, and if he scores one more today, he will have it ahead of Connor Bell from Preston. And I feel like Nunawading, as teammates, you'd wanna get him secure that, even if you guys can't secure promotion.
Tottenham areas with Heung-min Son,
yeah,
I believe.
You've got to. It's all about the team, but it's also you've got to give people props when they've done well and they've had a great season.
Let's just get the boy his goals. We do have a corner here for Victory. Hamikiotis, the number 10, swinging it outside on his left foot, not able to connect with the head. Does fall down to Hogan. Cleared away.
That would have been a good ball out, Ed, if had Nunawading player just been a little bit more alert to that and you made that run. That would have been a really nice ball out, and they definitely could have had a good counter-attack going from there. But they aren't a team who like to play like that, Nunawading. They do like to pass it around a lot and create space and basically score virtual tap-ins, which is nothing wrong with that, but it does make the game harder sometimes when you can't execute.
The tap-ins are just as good as the long shots, Pakur.
Yeah, if you're a striker, you get 30 tap-ins, and you're a striker, you get 30 from outside the box. I think you still score 30 at the end of the day.
Some Alexander Mitrovic areas there.
Yeah.
46 goals, was it, in the championship? That's outrageous.
That man's a crazy man.
He is crazy, isn't he? Nunawading playing the ball out, but the high press again from Victory is looking to maybe just win the ball back really quickly, and they could do so here if not for some good work by the Nunawading defence. And the goalkeeper is having to move his feet pretty quickly, but Victory are pressing really hard. Nunawading do lose the ball though. Playing the ball around nicely here is the Victory on the edge of the area, and the shot just clipping the top of the bar, almost cornered a bar as well. That was some wonderful work by the Melbourne Victory front three, first to win the ball and then to get such a wonderful shot away. It was Razmovsky combining with Duratovic, and the shot came in, and what a shot it was.
It really was, and he just found that little bit of space. He took that step out to that left, to his left, and then I think it just seemed to keep going higher and higher, and it almost looked like it was just about to dip, but it just hit the crossbar.
Hamikiotis with the corner, outswinger on the left foot, little dink. Not coming to anything though. Leithland brings that down. Hamikiotis looks to attack his man. Little side step, and the ball comes in again. And past everyone. Those crosses are looking really dangerous for Melbourne Victory. And Nunawading looking to play this out. Joshua Vargas. Great tackle from Lino. Victory look to reset with Hogan, who's taken up the position of Lino at left back. Lino looking to attack the far left-hand side. Looks to dance away, but Nunawading doing well to step in. Oh, just sit down there, young man.
He really did sit him down.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to get the pass away. And Victory looking to attack again. right-hand side. No one in the middle though. Duratovic does pick the ball up and he does have a bit more space to shoot now, and he does on the left foot, but blocked immediately. Lino shaping for a shot. He does elect to shoot. Ball was always rising, but not too far over the crossbar.
But I like that. I like that from him. I like that, the bravery and, taking it on when you've got a chance. You've got a chance, and hopefully if they can get that ball back on the ground after this goal kick and just shut Nunawading down in their half again, that continual wave of pressure, you never know what can happen and they might score before you know it.
They score a little cheeky one. But the press from Victory is really suffocating Nunawading.
Yeah, and I like the space they've taken up for this goal kick, Ed, and there's not really any free Nunawading players, because if the ball comes to them, there's about 2 or 3 Victory players who could just come and hunt in packs, and as we see here in Victory, just head that ball back down. Oh, just fouls given away there by Nunawading. About 30 metres out, would you say, Ed?
Yeah.
30 metres out?
Yeah, I would say so.
They're on that right-hand side.
A lot of Victory players committing to this. It's just Lino who is back for Victory.
It's not a bad player to have back. He's pretty quick.
Franco Lino.
No.
One of the Linos that we have here today.
Yeah. The Lino brothers have had a great season this year, and they've really developed and have been real mainstays for that Victory defence. As Victory seemed to almost got caught out, but Ahmed comes out.
Offside flag race there by the assistant referee, who is either Patrick Gu or Angus Freeman McFarlane.
Good names, I like those ones.
Yeah, they're
solid. They're strong names.
They are.
Makes you play forward.
Top notch. Bit of space on the right hand side now, but closed down immediately.
Thinking about this Victory team, Ed, they've had a lot of changes, which is to expected for a lot of these academy sides, and they've had a lot of players go up into the senior squad, and at times they've kind of seemed to struggle to adjust. What do you think they would feel? Would they be happy with the third place finishing still up for promotion? They just got to do that playoff?
Yeah, I mean, look, for Victory, as we see Lino again attacking the left-hand side, couple little steps, couple little step overs, plays the ball into Hogan, back to Lino, and Lino looking to move the ball away, but he did win the ball and has now hit the deck though. Referee immediately calling for the physio.
I like that move from him, the way he just stepped into it.
How's that view for you, Picor? Can you see?
I can see, Ed. I'm struggling a little bit, but I can see. But I like that little step in he did. I think he maybe sold it more, and I think that's why the referee waved it off and said no free kick there for you. But I think had he kept going, and I think the contact was definitely coming. I think that those Nunawading players were certainly, a little bit of fear was in their eyes. I know we're far away, Ed, but I could see the fear. I could see it.
You could smell the fear.
I could smell it for sure.
As Lino receives a little bit of treatment. Play back underway through the goalkeeper, Dennis Martin. Long ball over the top. Looking for Vargas on the left-hand side, but not coming to anything. As Picor mentioned, AJ McPhee leading the line for Nunawading today. Hasn't had much of a look in so far, apart from the rather strange chance that was manifested by the Melbourne Victory defence, who, has to be said, haven't had much else to deal with outside of just that one opportunity. Nice ball into AJ McPhee. It's a wonderful touch. Bringing the ball down and then playing it out wide. Closed down immediately. But does find Vargas. And the shot is never looking too dangerous. There's not a lot of power coming through, but an opportunity nonetheless. And that's how quick it can come for Nunawading, Picor, as AJ McPhee was able to get a quick touch and then a quick turn.
For a side who likes to, do slow build up and really create that space from their passing, we have seen them be dangerous off that counter and just these little quick bursts, which aren't maybe as clean as they would typically like, as Richie try to make their way forward. But something that potentially they probably need to do more for this Nunawading side. I think they're very much a Plan A team, and sometimes they struggle when their Plan A doesn't work, and they don't. That's why their promotion is just out of reach for them this season.
Nunawading coming forward now. Ball comes over the top. And a little bit of frustration there from Visiglio as he's played a couple of those balls because he's elected to not go short on the right-hand side and just go over the top, and it hasn't quite paid off for them so far.
No, it hasn't, and probably something they need to talk about. I was going to say talk about at half-time, but we're certainly not close to half-time. I don't think we're 15 minutes in, maybe.
Not that we're counting.
Not that we're counting. I'm being a little bit premature. There is... I would say, Epping Stadium's a very nice stadium. I do enjoy it coming down. It's a trip for me, but...
it is a bit of a hike, isn't it?
It is a bit of a hike for me, but a scoreboard next season, I would like that. That'd be nice.
Is there a scoreboard coming?
No, I don't see a scoreboard. I don't know if it's on. That's probably the thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Visiglio. Atherinos. Inside. Going wide there, but it is closed down there by Leafleen, and Mickey Garmo couldn't quite get to that one.
No, he couldn't. Leafland's had a good season. I think sometimes he's been prone to mistakes, but overall, I think he's been a solid centre back. Solid centre back this season for Victory, and he's been one of probably their more consistent players, even with a lot of changes occurring. He's been very consistent. He plays the ball out well, and he's quite strong. Just a few technical things he probably needs to work on in this off-season, but you know what? There's always room for improvement, even with the best players.
Ball just getting clogged in the midfield, and Nunawading are able to spend a bit more time on it. Play breaking down a little bit there. I think both teams would appreciate the space. Nunawading now just moving around the defence. Looking for AJ. McPhee.
AJ McPhee. Strong name, I like that one.
Strong name.
It's I believe the full is Archibald Joseph McPhee.
Yeah.
Archibald is very rare, like Prince Archie, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't think he's actually a prince, though. I think they've taken that title away from him.
Oh.
He yanked it real quick.
Cop that one. Long ball over the top. He's going to fall to Josh Vargas on the left-hand side. Quickly turns and plays it back. Press from Victory, pretty devastating. Not able to get the ball in. Comes in, and Nunawading just winning the ball back as a little bit of ping pong. Mickey Garmo calling for the ball. Visiglio does provide it, and he's got a bit of space now to attack Razmovsky, but elects to play it back to Visiglio, who himself goes back to Dimitrakis. That's a good ball into Visiglio, but the touch just let him down. There is a bit of space between the Victory defence and the Victory midfield that I think Nunawading are looking to exploit here.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of those long balls over the top for that Nunawading midfield, but I think it's been a problem with Victory at times as they play it back to Ahmed. They almost leave too much space when they lose some of their key midfielders. They almost go too far forward or too far back, and they're never as composed as they probably would like to be. As Nunawading kick that out on the right hand side, loose ball there.
Decent turnout here, Pakura at Epping Stadium. The grandstand is populated well.
I like the word populated. That's nice.
You like that one?
I like that one.
And then this commentary side as well, on the hill, is quite nice as well. Lino dispossessed there by Vasiglio. Vasiglio. Nunawading just finding themselves caught in a little bit of the Melbourne Victory press here, but they have seemed to make their way out of it. Jamriska. Back to Martin in the Nunawading goal. Sweeping ball, but if you have a look at the press, Nunawading are going to be able to break through it without having to play the long ball. They do play the long ball, but AJ McPhee just muscled off it, but does win the free kick. Is that the option, Pakua? Just go long.
Just go long, but it's not really in Nunawading's nature at all. It's kind of foreign to them. They don't really like to accept that concept at times.
Sorry.
They don't really like to play that type of football at times. But as I said before, sometimes even if the plan A doesn't work, you've got to believe in that plan B. And I don't think this side believes in their plan B as often as they would like to. Well, that's a good ball. Lino just blocks that out there. Caught out on the left-hand side. Kicks that off McPhee. It's Melbourne Victory throw in out here on near their goal line. Throw in.
Lino just being told by the referee to take a couple steps back.
Nunawading doing a good job of just keeping the area small and making it difficult for Victory to play out from this throw in. And plays it into Dradovic again. But he loses possession quickly. Kranakis through the midfield, just surveying the area. Through ball, tries to play through ball, but can't just roll comfortably to the Victory keeper. Left lane to Lino. Plays it back. They're loose. Victory just struggling to find their way out there. Left lane just blocks it back in. Back to Jackson Lino. Oh, not Jackson Lino, sorry. Franco Lino.
Victory moving the ball quickly now. Out wide, and will the cross come in? Hogan is calling for it at the far post. Does come to Hogan, but the header over the top is just that. Beats the crossbar, does beat the keeper. It was a fantastic ball in by Binyam Kebede, who spotted the sprinting Hogan, who put his arm up and said, "Give me the ball."
You wouldn't expect that from him. Kebede was a really nice cross in from that right-hand side from Kebede. Just found that space and lovely, waited perfectly and just landed right there on Patrick Hogan's head. And he just kind of got under the ball and over that bar it went, skipping away.
It's a lovely move.
It was.
And it's how dangerous Melbourne Victory can be on this counter-attack. But Nunawading are looking to squeeze their way out of the press, and they have done so here. As Vasiglio tries to get back on the ball, does beat Hogan, and they can reset as they play the ball backwards. Long ball over the top looking for Vargas, who uses his pace and gets onto that really nicely. Can he set his feet and attack the Victory defence? He does, and he dances past one. It looks like he was almost brought down, sends the ball in. Oh my. An interesting bicycle kick attempt.
Can't see it on the broadcast, but that was, I believe,
Mickey Gamo.
Mickey Gamo, who just, I don't know if he was going for goal or if he was just trying to cross it back across the face of goal to one of his teammates, but it was quite spectacular, that bicycle. I've never seen a bicycle kick come out for a cross along the goals.
Parallel
Parallel.
to the goals.
Just trying to parallel park, but
Were you?
it was very dangerous, that parallel park.
Was it?
You good parallel park, Red?
Yeah, very good actually.
With cameras or without cameras?
No cameras. No
Yeah.
beeper either.
Oof, clutch.
Under pressure as well. It was. I'll tell you what I'd tell you about the park I did today. Under pressure. It was great. Nunawading. Playing out wide there. Visiglio on the right hand side's been very busy. Nunawading just playing it around now, and Victory have set up in their 4-4-2. Kabede pressing, but is relatively gotten rid of. But Victory are able to win the ball back.
Patrick Hogan out there on that left-hand side, still dangerous. He's got he had his hand up just before.
Oh, this is a lovely little run, and Victory moving the ball inside. Unable to find Duratovic though, and Nunawading can maybe look to get their own counter going. Here's Atherinos. Goes inside, that's lovely, and AJ McPhee is making a run through the midfield, but elects to go back here to Mickey Garmo. Garmo going back inside, and the ball just up in the air now, breaks down.
I think Nunawading would be disappointed with that play. They created a lot of space and got that Victory defence caught out. As we see, Kabede out ahead there on the right-hand side. Crossing it in, but just can't seem to get it past that Nunawading defence and deflects back out for a Victory throw-in. I think Nunawading would be really disappointed with that little play just before, Red, because they created such lovely space and got those Victory fullbacks sucked right forward and then just played it through and then just kind of disappeared that chance.
Yeah. Left lean. He really does look like a centre back, doesn't he?
He does.
Lino.
If you were on FIFA and you were creating a centre back, he would look like that man.
Yeah.
And that is a great thing.
Yeah, it is actually.
You want to look like the position you're playing.
It looks correct.
People just naturally trust you in that position because you look like it.
I don't know why he looks like a centre back.
Is it because he's so tall?
Yeah, I
he's
think.
Physically imposing that.
Yeah, he's tall and lanky. What? Nothing wrong with being lanky. That's fine. I'm tall and lanky.
I wouldn't say he's just a tall and lanky man. I'd say he's quite strong.
Patrick. Hogan. Tell you what, he rinsed the defender. Defender goes down. Referee says, free kick Nunawading. Not sure about that.
I will say what I really do like about Patrick Hogan. He never gives up, and when he gets he's not afraid of a one-on-one challenge. He's very strong, and his center of gravity, he just can turn at the lightning pace. And sometimes some defenders get caught out, and then they might foul him because they're like, "How was he turned around? How am I looking west when I was just looking south?"
Wow.
Yeah.
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest. Is that closing, bro?
Is that? I don't know either. I think it's a music festival.
I feel like I've heard it before.
Yeah, you have. Nunawading restarting the play here. Jamriska going back to Andrew Mullett, the captain.
Is that a foul throw?
I think it was.
Oh, Ed. It'd only be right for a commentary we do to get a foul throw in there. We do like to watch out for those.
Always keeping an eye out. The foul throw committee. Lino, who loves to start deep and then just absolutely steamroll towards the goal, doesn't he?
I wouldn't want to be caught one-on-one because I might fake an injury. I might fake an injury because I wouldn't want to have to catch up to him because he's so quick. He's
tall too.
It's his acceleration. It's not even his just his speed over 100 meters. His acceleration, the way he picks up and just goes.
Just sends it, doesn't he?
His first 20 meters must be. I would like to see what that is because that would be explosive.
It'd be quick. Atherinos. Visiglio. Back to Dennis, and that ball almost actually crept into the goal parcours, not going to lie.
Yeah, it did.
Moulet.
Ooh. Just across the ground, Western United are playing Preston Lions, and it's 29 minutes in, and Western United are 2-1 up. And I do believe Preston need to secure a win in order to win. It's as long as Melbourne City are to win. Melbourne City are to win and Preston are to lose today. I believe, based on goal difference,
aren't they?
Melbourne City will be the champions. They are both getting promoted.
Yep.
But Premiership, I believe, Preston Lions that is one thing they really, really would like, with both their women's side and their reserve women's side taking out the titles in their respective competitions.
Yeah, there you go. Well, if you're a Preston Lions fan, you're listening to this, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You can hear the sweet sounds of Josh Parrish on the line, but I think we're pretty funed on this.
Oh, very fun.
On this broadcast.
What else is fun is Nunawading attacking the victory goal. That's a disgusting nutmeg. Vargas not able to dance away past two. It was Bozanovsky.
Yeah. The way he went right, the ball went left. Victory said, "I'm lost.
Yeah.
Call me some help, please."
Call me on my cell phone. Leftlane doing his best Joel Matip impression and just yeeting his way forward. Does find Lino on the left-hand side, who is being pressed here, but he tried it again, but didn't quite pay off.
He tried to go right and the ball went left and it didn't pull off this time.
Tried to go past not Duradovic.
I will say that's something I do like.
Dimitrakis. Oh, that's a bit of a big tackle, and
I think it was all ball there, Ed, though. I will say I like about the Victory defence. They want to initiate the attack. It comes from the back. They don't struggle, and left lane's not afraid to make that run. Neither is Lino, as we've seen today.
Atherinos bringing the ball down, attacking Lino. Nice turn of speed, not sending the ball in just yet. A couple of fakes. Ball does go in, but Lino gets the block in and concedes the corner. This may be the first corner we've seen for Nunawading today, Pakur.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, might be.
You reckon there's in 3 corners?
Oh, I know you know what it is, Ed. I've seen the ball so many times out on that right-hand side.
Yeah, it has.
It's looked like a few corners to me.
Pumping down the right, hey. Kiranakis to send this ball in. High, outswinger, cleared away by Victory. Left lane brings the ball down, but it only comes out to Kiranakis. Nice little step over, looks to dance away. Couldn't find Atherinos on the inside, but Victory clear the ball out and they press out, but looks like Nunawading are going to want to reset here. Out wide to Mullet. Mullet looking for Mickey Garmo, but Bozanovsky just delicately places that ball out. Pakur not wanting to send it into the grandstand. Nice ball in. Has fallen to Mickey Garmo, and here's Joshua Vargas. Mickey Garmo making the run back inside, but Vargas has to go back. Ball does come in, high, looping, and Talib had to ensure that he wasn't caught out there by that one, as it was a little bit suspicious.
It was suspicious, but I like the way he held that out. It was confident. That's what I want to see in a goalkeeper.
Just
simple stuff, make it look extra confident.
Good firm hands.
Left lane, he's not a duke.
God, he looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's calm, that man.
Just a good-looking centre back.
Patrick Hogan.
Oh.
Double goal. He's that good.
You go for it, man.
Lino. Plays it through. Out there to Burke. Tries. Kamanakis, I believe.
Kebede.
That's Kebede.
Oh, couldn't quite dance past the Nunawading defender, but they're going to reset. That's a lovely ball over the top for Fisiglio, who's one-on-one here with Ryan Leftlane. Cuts inside. Is he able to get onto his left foot? He's not, but he's able to swivel away. Get the shot off! Just over the top of the Victory goal. But it's a fantastic effort. He did have to battle against the best-looking centre-back in the league. And he did get the shot off it just over the top.
I thought Ryan Leslie was going to get caught out for pace there, but he seemed to get in the right position, so pace didn't really. He kind of nullified that pace being a factor, and when they got contact, he just created enough pressure to throw them off and right off over that top right hand corner. That ball went sailing.
Well, it was a lovely ball to start the move. I believe it was by Felix Dimitrakis. More of that, Nunawading are saying.
But once again, we're seeing Victory getting caught out with that counter. When they don't have time to fully set themselves, sometimes they're not in the best positions when they're not being able to make. They don't have the time to make the best. Be aware of where they are spatially. We will say something that's been good about Adam Doradovic this game is I've liked his movement. You know, we've seen him up in the middle at times, and we've seen him on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. He's always moving, always active, and always wants to be in the right position, but sometimes the final ball just doesn't get to him. But I really like that from his play today.
Oh, almost a really nice ball there by Visiglio to find Vargas. Or by Atherinos, rather. Pardon my take. Sun is shining, Pakor, but boy is it nippy.
It is, certainly is.
That Arctic wind.
Is it what it is? Arctic wind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That wasn't very good.
If it was coming from the north, it'd be warm.
Oh, okay.
Visiglio, nice ball into Kiranakis, and the ball back inside to AJ McPhee was good, but the finish was just a little lacking in power.
I think he's very disappointed. That's why you can see his hands over on top of his head there, because if he just put a little bit more power on that, he definitely was catching Talib out there, and I think he would have had two hands on that Golden Boot trophy. What is it? A trophy? Is it a boot?
Is it a boot?
It's a boot trophy.
I think it'd be
boot trophy.
It'd be a boot, I reckon. Surely you'd do it.
Yeah.
You'd do the boot.
You got to do the boot.
Remember the Premier League one is an Adidas Predator boot, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which looks pretty fresh.
I'm personally the Nike.
Mercurial?
Yeah, Mercurial. I like their new boot, actually. Recently
No free ads.
Sorry.
Gee whiz. No free ads at all.
It's,
For the swoosh-based brand.
Yes, of course. No free ads.
Little push and shove. McPhee comes off with the ball. Plays back to Kiranakis, who tries to go over the top for Atherinos, but a couple of Melbourne Victory players getting in the way. Talib. Big old throw out to the right-hand side.
I like that.
Nice little dink. Nice little bit of moves there. And the Victory able to break away. Not able to find Kabede. And the young man does concede the free kick.
Kabede shoots from the far right-hand side, and just drags it across that Nunawading goal. But a good, dangerous opportunity for him.
Hamakiotis is the number 10 for Melbourne Victory, and he did move the ball really nicely there. Push and shove as Doratovic tries to muscle a player off the ball. Out to the left-hand side. Ball in. McPhee, lovely touch over the top to Vargas, and away he goes. Outrunning Lewis Burke, but Lewis Burke showing a good turn of speed to try and catch. Vargas sends the ball inside, and there's Visiglio, or Atherinos rather, but good save there by Talib.
I like that move from Atherinos. I've just got tongue-tied. But his way he moved in from that right-hand side and just stepped in and just almost caused a little bit of collision between the Victory defence, and just they lost him for a split second. And I liked his movement in the box. He was active and just unlucky not to find the back of the net that attempt on goal.
Good little shuffle, good little move
Everyone on this game footwork has been 10 out of 10.
Mm.
I liked it.
Taleb, press there by McPhee. Steps to
Speaking
the...
of 10 out of 10, goalkeeper,
Well done.
spicy.
Kabede running it. A Nunawading defence, but Mickey Garmo stepping back. Kiranakis. There to Visiglio. Sends wide there by Martin. Left lean with a lovely touch to bring it down, but AJ McPhee was applying pressure, and so was Kiranakis, and so was Mickey Garmo. Mickey Garmo does come away with the ball. Out wide to Josh Vargas. Nice little bit of pace to get away from Burke. Burke hasn't really had an answer for Vargas in this kind of second half of the first half. And the referee...
Still 0-0, Ed, but
It is still 0-0, that is correct.
we've seen some really good play from both teams, and I think we see why both teams at times this season have struggled. Some defensive lapses, but when they are, allowed to, when they have space to create, they can make some really good decisions.
Stuff can happen.
Lino.
Love to see Patrick Hogan on the ball a little bit more.
Yeah. It's almost, I see him more of a central player. I think he plays maybe a little bit too far out wide.
Hamakiotis looking to step in front, but cut off there by Nunawading defence, and Nunawading can break here. A lot of space. It's a 4-on-4. Ball over to Josh Vargas. Was a little bit behind him, so it may break down the play, but Vargas against Burke. Steps inside. Tries to go back outside, but does eventually come in. Finds McPhee. McPhee with a poor touch over the top, and Hamakiotis can now break. He's cynically brought down there by Vargas, and that could be a yellow card.
Yeah, he didn't. He held it back there, Vargas, with that little chop of the legs, but he wasn't fooling anybody with that. So tactical foul is what they call it.
Left lane. Pressured there by Mickey Garmo, and Lino links up with Hogan, but Visiglio decides to take the ball away and plays a nice little interchange there with Mickey Garmo before the ball goes in the air and goes over the top.
Yeah.
And out of play.
Speaking about Patrick Hogan, we were earlier, but he's on this left-hand side that he plays on. Sometimes he's too far out of the play because he seems like a really creative player, and he's very strong with the ball as Patrick Lino.
Get him running through the guts.
Yeah, Patrick Lino gets.
Get him inside mid. Getting the tap outs.
Yeah.
Getting those contested disposals.
I think for a large portion of this season, Victory's midfield was quite, clustered with a lot of really quality players who aren't in this side at the moment, who are got their contract with Victory. So he's played out on this far left-hand side. So maybe they just stick him there because it's where he's been more comfortable this season. It's where he's had to play. But I'd like to see him give him more opportunities to roam around.
Lovely ball
out on this left-hand side to William Kabede.
Kabede cuts in. Nice little touch in there to Duratovic, who swivels and turns. Back to Kabede. Does have Lino as an option, but goes inside on his own. Almost looks to shape for a shot. Lino, lovely ball over. There is Hogan, who, for a stout man, has been on the end of these crosses more than once this game, and he wasn't coming up against a short man in Andrew Mullett.
But he got the most out of it. He got a corner out of that for his side. He's had two really good opportunities to score with his head, and unfortunately, neither of them have made it into the back of the net. Goals. I'm saying net like it's tennis.
It could be the net.
Yeah, but I don't really like it. I used to use it for tennis personally.
Hamakiotis. Cross comes in. It's a piercing one, and it was almost Bozanowski that got on the end of it. Menelau. First time ball in. Haven't called Anthony Menelau's name too much today.
He's been quiet. He's been really quiet. Hasn't been able to influence the game as he'd like.
Not long to go now in this first half, Bakur.
It's not it. But, what would the team talk be for Victory at halftime?
Victory, oh, gee.
You can start with Nunawading if you'd like.
Nunawading would probably just keep doing what you're doing. The counter-attack has been really dangerous. They've made the better of the chances. If any side has looked more like scoring, it has been Nunawading.
Really?
I would say, yeah, absolutely.
But I would say the Victory have had, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that those.
Here comes Visiglio on the right-hand side. Nice little interception. Tries to find McPhee. Does go past him and finds Vargas. Tries to dink it over the top of Burke, but Menelau is there. And Burke can now reset inside there to Hamakiotis. And here's Atherinos with space to shoot. He does shoot! Oh, and off the bar and in! It's an unbelievable strike by Atherinos. And he sends it straight off the crossbar.
That was a shot for the final day. The way that pierced the top of the frame and just went bing, 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 bong, for sure.
Unbelievable
That was
strike.
sensational.
Unbelievable strike by Timothy Atherinos just before the end of the first half. It was bending away as well from Ahmed Taleb in goal. And 1-0 Nunawading. Pakur, it has to be said, I was not expecting a goal to come with that type of intensity.
No, I'm surprised that's the goal we got, because we were just speaking about which teams have had the better chances, and Nunawading have had the better chances, Ed, but they've all been lovely they've all been tap-in options, and
gee, that is it. That's the end of the first half, eh?
that was a great way to end the first half
Bloody
right
hell.
there. But for Victory, I think lots to change, and defensively, they need to fix some of those holes that they leave sometimes, and just to regroup, because they have had a better of the possession, I think, when they've had it, but they just haven't created anything in that final third. So I think lots to talk about, but we should be in for a really exciting second half, because with Western United leading, last we checked, I'm just trying to remember.
Pull up those scores, Pakur. We
Yeah,
got time.
With Western United just beating Preston at the moment, they could end up in that third place position, which would matter in that the playoffs with those NPL 2 sides.
Well,
So we'll be back, and lots to play for on this final day, technical day, I guess. And we'll see you back in 15 minutes. Bye, everybody.
Welcome back to Epping Stadium. Melbourne Victory hosting Nunawading. And if you are just joining us, Nunawading are leading 1-0 after a fantastic goal by Timothy Atherinos. A belter of a strike from about 25-30 yards out that just flew over the hand of Taleb. And the Melbourne Victory goal off the crossbar and then goes in. Left lane. Oh.
What are you expecting this early opening 5-10 minutes from Melbourne Victory? Yeah, they are 1-0 down, but what do you expect from them?
I'd like to see a bit of reinvigoration from Melbourne Victory as they did lose a little bit of intensity.
They did. They're leaving too much space in behind. I know that their fullbacks like to be adventurous, but sometimes they just leave a little bit too much space for Nunawading to expose, and they certainly did. It wasn't even their fullbacks that exposed in that wonderful goal that we saw from Atherinos. Strong name, I like that. I personally, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
But I'm very jealous of that name.
Left lane steps in. Good tackle there by Kiranakis. Not able to win that though.
Just a correction from my part, Ed. Western United, they are 2-1 up, but it was Geelong against Geelong SC Soccer Club. I may have incorrectly said the wrong team, said Preston Lions, who are currently up 1-0, courtesy of Josh Parrish phoning in and correcting us with the score, and I appreciate him for that. But that score scoreline does in fact does have some bearing on this game. Melbourne Victory could end up 4th as opposed to 3rd this season. It would affect their promotion chances, depending on how it all finishes up on the last day for the bottom sides in the NPL 2. Oh, sorry, Western United 3-1 up now.
Oh wow, there you go.
Here we go.
Up the green and black.
Yeah.
Taleb clearing the ball away. Jamrakis. Moving the ball nicely. Here, the Vuck. Burke. A little bit of a late challenge there by Josh Vargas, but is able to move it away. Looking for Duratovic with a more direct ball. Nunawading just playing the ball around the back. Martin. Mullet. Looking over for Samuel Wong.
He's been lively, Wong. In the first half, he was around. He didn't get on the ball a lot, but was definitely disrupting the play at times.
Potential foul as Hamikiotis moves the ball forward. Duratovic with a nice little turn. He's offside though. The referee allowing the play to continue, but he will raise the arm.
Didn't quite see it, did he, on that right-hand side?
Maybe not.
Specsavers?
Oof. Did the referees change outfits?
Don't believe so. Or I may be colourblind. I could be colourblind, so
I don't think they were in yellow in the first half.
we'll have to look back on the tape and we'll find out.
Interesting.
Has that ever happened, Ned, where you thought you were going to wear one thing and then you've gone out and then you're like, oh no, this is a bad decision, gone back and changed, then come back out?
Gone back and changed?
Yeah, because I've had to do that.
Don't know if I did do that today. I'm wearing a corduroy shirt and a corduroy hat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stylish man.
yeah, but I'm wearing jeans now. But before, earlier in the day, I was wearing corduroy pants. So it was
Ah.
triple cord.
You really do believe in the corduroy.
Absolutely. But it was too much. Vargas with a nice little low centre of gravity. Danced it away there from Bozanovsky. And wins himself a free kick. Referee just blown for a free kick there for Victory. Things potentially getting a little bit spicy, Pakur, which we really do like to see.
Personally, throw in the spice.
Just absolutely stoked
Throw
about that.
in the spice. Let it be extra hot like we're at Nando's.
No free ads.
Of course, sorry.
Out wide, looking for Mickey Garmo, who steps in. Plays it back to Mullet. Quick ball there to Wong, but touch let him down. He's not able to move away there from Patrick Hogan.
But again, touching her, coming in with that pressure, that little quick burst of speed, made one just be like, where am I going? I'm a little bit lost.
You know who Patrick Hogan looks like?
Who?
Jason Horn-Francis.
Oh, yeah, good shout.
Yeah,
Good shout, like that.
great shout.
Well, you know. Ramsowski, good, about a 15-meter run. Just gave the ball away, giving away a free kick there. It's Nunawading deep into their own territory, but gets a restart and build.
Just saw a substitution there, Pakur, as Victory decided to take off the number 10 in Hamakiotis. Nice ball. Mickey Garmo is onside despite the arms raised by the Victory players, and long ball out to the left, trying to find
James Paneras, I believe, has come on.
Paneras. He's got the.
I do like that. He's one of the players I've liked to watch this year. He's a little tricky little player. Gets it around and can turn at the speed of light.
The speed of light.
See how I didn't say sound, because sound is slower than light.
So slow. He's got the double wristbands on, which I don't mind at all.
Hey, do you know why sound is slower than light?
No.
Because sound has mass and light doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that from a Sideman video.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wong's lost his shoe.
Wong, the shoe is off, but for Paneras, the shoe stays on, and he does shoot with that shoe, and ball goes right. And Wong is saying, ref, look, the shoe's off.
I will say, though, I don't think that's a reason to stop the game.
Mate, put your shoe back on, I would say.
I agree, Ed. That's why there's those slip-on this brand with the swoosh.
Look at him complaining. Champion, put your shoe on. Just put your shoe back on, man. It's all good. You didn't concede a goal. It's never gonna. I can guarantee that will never ever happen to him again.
But if they did concede a goal, though,
Yeah, but they didn't.
that's true.
So who cares, Josh? As Wong does place the shoe back on his foot. Martin Dennis does reset. Dangerous ball inside, and Victory straight away win that ball back. Patrick Hogan.
This Hogan and Paneras combination that we're going to see in the second half, I'm very excited for it. Two players that I've really enjoyed watching this year, and when they're on the ball, some magic can concur.
Lovely ball, looking for Kiranakis, but Lethlean steps in. Under a little bit of pressure there, Taleb, by Binyan Kebede. Referee just blown for a foul there against Atherinos. Nunawading can reset here through Mullet. Inside to Vargas. Back to Mullet. Asking for a man to present in the middle. He goes back instead. to Dimitriakis. Good press here from the Vuck, but Nunawading are opening up the field a bit.
I'm thinking, is there, at any point, do they potentially take off Doradovic and put Cabede up front as a more traditional number 9 and play a little bit more free form, because they do need a goal.
They do need a goal.
And Doradovic, he's more of a traditional striker who big physical presence, and I think with the current setup of this side, maybe they need a little bit more pace and get Doradovic off and bring another pacey winger on, or something in the midfield to create and see if we can play a little bit more out wide, because it's it's a little bit narrow at times with this side.
Looking for Burke, but nothing coming of it. There is a lot of football being played on the commentary side, Pakur.
There is, and maybe they want us to know exactly who they are so we get them right.
Put on a bit of a show for us.
Yeah.
Wong, both shoes on this time. Resets the play. Mickey Garmo spreading the ball really nicely. Vargas had to work really hard to bring that down. Lewis Burke can break away. Vargas looking to bring him down. Nice little instep. And the ball almost finding Patrick Hogan on the right-hand side would have completed the move.
Burke read that challenge really well early on, but out to Patrick Hogan.
Hogan looking inside. He's got 2 to beat, and he beats 1. Can he get a cross in? Comes back in, and it's a decent tackle.
For all the praise we've heaped on Patrick Hogan today, that almost seemed like a player who didn't trust his opposite foot there, because he had that cross available to him, but he just didn't commit.
Couldn't put it in on the right foot, but now Pineris will put the ball in. The tall timber of Lethlean and Bozanovsky await. It's a looping high cross to the back post. Ball coming in. Bozanovsky is the man there, but was never going to be able to get over the top.
It's the 3rd time today that we've seen Victory have an opportunity to score with the ball in the back of the net with the header and over that crossbar every single time, and just seems to it seems to be the same mistake every time of getting too far underneath the ball, as opposed to they're trying to place it as opposed to putting it with power and just putting the goalkeeper under pressure.
Someone teach these boys how to header a ball.
I think they know how to it. I just think they're allowing themselves to be found in the wrong position. Not that I can really speak. I am 5'2", so
that's fine. Patrick Hogan's doing alright.
He is.
Nunawading just clearing the ball away, but it's good work there by AJ McPhee. And the handball going the way of Nunawading. Garmo.
Wild shot. Aiming for goal, but just can never seem to go down. Sprayed over that on the far right hand side.
Nice work there by Kiranakis, but loses the ball. Burke looks inside. Menelau. Hogan with a nice little nutmeg, and Razmovsky can break away. Doesn't elect to get the cross in, but it is a foul.
Smart move there from that young man. Came in right, knew that challenge was coming, and didn't really have much space to go anywhere, but he knew that challenge was coming and needed to get his side a free kick. in a dangerous position out here on this right-hand side.
This is an opportunity now for Melbourne Victory. There's Menelau and Paneris eyeing this one up. Menelau looks to move away, but left lane and Bozanovsky the options. It's a looping ball. Keeper does well, and that looked to be a foul, possibly from Razmovsky, but the referee waves it on as Dennis Martin, with a nice little throw, clears it away, and Atherinos, the goal scorer, trying to get on top of that one, but Franco Lino not allowing him to, and the Victory reset with Taleb. Lino, poor touch, but I was about to say he was able to play the ball back, but McPhee got a foot on it.
Did.
Now Nunawading back to their goalkeeper in Dennis. Nice little interplay, but nothing coming of it as McPhee raises the studs, but the ball played away. Hogan, pressured by two Nunawading players, does well to get it back to Burke. Burke finds Hogan, and Hogan with a lovely touch just to accelerate himself away. Comes inside now. Not a lot of options as he does run into a Nunawading player. Visiglio.
Created something out of nothing there, Hogan. Found that little step in, just dinked the ball over.
Little dink touch, opened it up.
Yeah, over the foot of Nunawading player there, and best case scenario, he did retain possession.
Ball over the top from Burke came to nothing, and Nunawading looked to get back on the ball, and they do. Kiranakis sends that long to McPhee, but left lane will deal with that with a lovely touch.
Would we expect anything less from that man?
Just a stunning looking left back, or centre back rather. Burke, who also looks a lot like a right back. Bosnovsky. Taleb. Back to Bosnovsky. Pressed there by Mickey Garmo. Garmo continues the press onto Taleb, the goalkeeper, but does well to get it across to left lane. Lino. Brought the ball down after a poor first touch, and Victory looking to move the ball quickly across the back. Burke will look to accelerate forward as he has a bit more space on the right-hand side. Got options in Paneris in the middle, but Mickey Garmo cutting that off. Goes to Hogan. Hogan, no one inside for him just yet, but Menelau. Razmovsky. Lino. Moving the ball well here, the Victory. Not quite able to break it down. Long ball over the top. Looking for Hogan. Linesman flag will stay down as Hogan keeps the ball in. He's now got a lot of time to attack. Paneris back to Hogan. Hogan looking for his favoured left foot. Goes for the nutmeg, but not quite coming off. As Sam Wong closed his legs. But lovely bit of move.
Yeah, I think Patrick Hogan even himself was a little bit caught off by that ball. I think he thought it was going to be snuffed out there by the... Oh,
What did you just do, Lewis Burke? Oh, big time tackle by Sam Wong, but it was just a little shimmy.
He just dropped his weight, but managed to stay his center of gravity managed to stay that was beautiful.
Outrageous. Razmovsky. Lino, who's a little bit further forward. Out wide to Kibete. Kibete cutting in. Is he going to shape for a shot? He's closed down by the Nunawading defence, but the ball does fall to Victory here. Kibete with a shot on the right! Just past the outside of the post. Dennis Martin was reaching, and I think he might have been beaten if that one had crept in, but lovely shot by Kibete, who's always looking for that angle parcours when he's coming in off the left.
It was absolutely audacious, that one, and unlucky not to be on target with that shot because it deserved it. It's beautiful. He struck it beautifully. The way it dipped, almost bounced just at the arms of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, the arms. He did have. He
was extended.
He was very extended, Dennis Martin.
Just went outside that far left-hand post.
Victory now finding a good bit of rhythm. Kibete. Menelau. Nice ball inside, beats a couple of defenders. But is cut out eventually. Here's Vargas. Can Nunawading accelerate and find a chance of their own? Vargas. Pressured there by Razmovsky, and the referee would have liked to play the advantage, but the yellow card does come out. And Nunawading now. Mickey Garmo. Wong. Poor ball over the top to Mullet, and plays probably going to break down here if not for the nice bit of skill there by Mickey Garmo. Long ball over the top by Mullet, and it's a poor ball, and he immediately apologises. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry,
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, miss. And now Burke. Tell you what, Panaris has been a nice little addition to this Victory midfield.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him, start more games this season, but when he gets in the middle, he's a really creative player, and he always wants to go forward. That's what I like about him as a player. He just is always attacking the play and always giving the opposition to something to think about when he's in the midfield.
Nunawading. Just resetting again. Maybe looking to tire out Victory by keeping hold of the ball.
Victory have played well this second half. Basically, virtually had all of the possession. Nunawading have struggled to get into that final third, really creating the opportunities.
Wong, nice touch by Vargas. McPhee, nice bit of interplay, and the scream of AJ McPhee. He's yelled bloody murder there, and the yellow card does come out for Bozanovsky. Bit of a tough one.
He definitely got the player, not the ball, but the screen maybe was a little bit much.
You reckon?
A little bit much.
Studs.
But I feel like he got to sell it, so
Studs
it's okay.
raking down the back of his calf.
I think he was selling more than he had.
And Pakur Frimpong says too much.
Too much.
Keep it down, champ.
Yeah.
Mullet. Short to Wong. Vargas has an option in Kiranakis. Lovely touch there to Vargas, and Vargas can get the ball in on his left foot. He does so. Didn't quite fall there for Mickey Garmo. It was a nice ball inside, and Garmo was attacking the box with a good bit of pace, and now Victory are going to try and move this around. Cabetta, who's now on the right-hand side, couldn't quite find Panaris. Dennis. Pressured there by Panaris, but good composure there by Dennis Martin. And Patrick Hogan, who's now on the far left side, just switching with Cabete. Bit of confusion there for the Nunawading defenders. And Dennis Martin just picking up the ball, and looks like there is a Nunawading player who was maybe copped that one in the old stomach.
Someone said, "Cop that."
Cop that one. Sam Wong. Vargas.
Wong's been very lively in this second half.
He has been. And Razmovsky. Burke gets past Vargas. Burke's a good little player.
He is.
Nice ball over the top there to Hogan. Just going to get away from him though.
That's something I like about this, I know Victory haven't been probably their best showing, but the interplay and the switching between their front players, you blink for 1 second, they're all on different sides, and I think it gives defensive lineups something really to think about, because I don't know who they're going to match up at any point in the game, and they all bring different challenges, so there's no real one person is best to have.
Hogan. Razmovsky. Lino. Looking for Razmovsky, but cut out there by Atharinos. Left lane. Back to Bozanovsky. Wide to Burke. Pressured there by Vargas. That's a disgusting little step over. And he gets past Vargas. And the play breaks down. And if you're Lewis Burke, you're thinking, what more can I do here? Mickey Garmo over the top. AJ McPhee against Bozanovsky. McPhee so very nearly just stepped inside and got it past Bosman. Not able to. And the linesman did raise the flag. Panaris. A lot of space here for Hogan on the left-hand side. Is he able to get a cross in on his left foot? Couple step overs. Nice little ball roll. Ball does come in, and it's a pinger. But it does go across the face of the goal. No one able to get a head in and just punch that one in. And the referee awarding a throw in here to the Vuck. I think they believe one of the Nunawading players got a touch on that. Burke into Kabede. A lot of calls for a foul throw there, Pakur, from Mullet.
Hey, Ed, we are the foul throw committee.
Mm-hmm.
We will spot it from a mile away. I did miss that one though.
Oh, no.
Did you spot that one?
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like I was.
Came from a customer complaint, though, so
Yeah. We'll see.
you've got to at least hear the voice of the people.
We do. We hear.
Sam Wong over the top to McPhee, who brings it down nicely. Vargas.
Next committee meeting, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have a chat. Razmovsky. Lino. Goes back to left lane. To Bozanovsky. A lot of players moving for Victory, but Bozanovsky just electing to go back to Taleb. Panaris. First time ball to Burke. Back to Panaris. Panaris in that tidy space. He's able to move away, and the ball comes off and falls to Duratovic before he plays back to Razmovsky, and Lino is breaking forward. Poor ball there by Razmovsky. Did have a simple option.
Yeah. He let his side down there, and Duratovic did well to hold that ball up and allow Lino on that left-hand side to run on. Just that poor pass from Razmovsky.
Dennis Martin. Kiranakis.
I believe we're due for some substitutions right now for the Melbourne Victory.
Will be Binyam Kebede.
Heading off, and we're seeing Darcy Anastovsky coming on for him. Surprising now. I thought Radovic might have come off and Kaveta played more century, but this is why we are not coaches, Ed.
No. Mikigamo. Wong. Mullet. Lovely touch inside to open up the play there, just to avert the press. And Kiranakis, a lot of space on the right-hand side now. Bustling the ball forward is Atherinos, and not able to find anyone though. Probably had a bit more time to play the ball, to be frank with you there, Pakur.
He certainly did, Ed. Just didn't look up and gauge. Maybe his clock stopped watching.
His clock stopped watching?
Yeah, maybe the ticker wasn't running.
Lack of ticker, that's a problem for many, many people. Distinct lack of ticker.
No ticker.
Mullet. If Nunawading can hold on here, Pakur, it would be a fantastic victory.
Against the Victory.
Oh, gee. I just realised we've been calling Burke Lewis Burke. His name's Linus, and what's happened there from Dennis Martin as he's looked to clear the ball away? I think he almost just fell over.
Linus Burke. What were you calling him?
Lewis.
Oh, were you saying Lewis?
Yeah, sorry, Linus.
I missed that. Linus, do you know where Linus is?
Linus Tech Tips.
No. Anybody who knows, who's listening to this broadcast, knows the sensational movie that is Shark Boy and Love Girl,
Yeah.
and the ultimate villain, Linus.
Ah, there you go. Razmovsky trying to win that header.
Don't like Linus, but Linus Burke is, he's been sensational.
Good right back.
Yeah, he's good right back.
Ball just going out. There.
Maybe we should ask him about that if you've seen the movie.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to know that.
He might roast us for calling him Lewis the whole game. I would if I was him.
Fair enough.
Unprofessional.
We do apologise for the mistakes we make. We're just trying our best.
Left lane. Into the substitution. The Das man. Darcy Anastovsky. Taleb. Bozanovsky. Press there by Vargas. Really good press by Vargas. And Bozanovsky did well, but Vargas couldn't quite win the ball as Linusberg moves the ball forward. Great touch there by... Oh, and a disgusting nutmeg. That didn't quite come off.
Just lost control of it in the last second. He just poked it out.
Yeah, it was tidy though. We're going to see another substitution as it is going to be Kiranakis coming off for Nunawading. And you'll like this one, Pakur.
Yeah.
Nicholas
Sound it out.
Apostolopoulos.
I like that. I like the sound of that. I think you said that correctly.
I sure did.
If you have said it incorrectly, you know what? We can only try our best.
No, I said it right.
Okay. I believe you, personally.
Nicholas Apostolopoulos. Or maybe Apostolopoulos.
I think the first one.
Either way, the throw missed him there.
Oh, look at Panaris. What a turn there.
Over the top to Hogan. Hogan onside, but Dennis Martin calling keeper.
So we spoke about that combination between Panaris and Hogan. Something dangerous, and we just saw it there with that Panaris' quick turn in the middle, and the ball over the top, just out of reach for Patrick Hogan there.
Gee, there's been a couple of situations, Pakur, where Nunawading have just struggled to
clear their lines.
Well, clear their lines, but then they somehow manage to just keep it there, and they don't actually come into too much trouble.
Yeah, I think Victory, they've been their attacking prowess has lacked today in the final third. They've done all the hard work of building it up, but that final pass, they've really struggled with that today, and I think that's why they see themselves 1-0 down, courtesy of a sensational goal, mind you, in that first half from for Atherinos. Timothy Atherinos. I still feel like the crossbar's crying. I feel like I can hear it crying.
Yeah, it was an absolute
stinger.
Pumper.
Yeah.
Vargas, nice little heel chop. Nice
Hockey
little
turn.
rule there. Playing it back. Apostolopoulos. Out wide there to Vasiglio, into Atherinos. Atherinos tracking all the way back into his defensive half. Pressing there from the Melbourne Victory front three. Apostolopoulos brought down. Will be a Nunawading free kick. Mullet into Garmo. Garmo, nice ball into Wong. That's a really good touch. And Vargas has beaten Burke here, and it's a first-time ball into AJ McPhee. The intention was good, but it would have been a really, really tardy execution. The skill cap was high there.
Just from around the grounds, looks like the Preston Lions have home and hosed as MPL 3 winners this year with leading 3-0 at the moment against Box Hill.
Huge, huge effort. Hogan, lovely ball over the top. Panaris trying to get a hold of that one, and he does, and he plays it back to Lino, who elects not to send the ball in first time. Back to Razmovsky. Left lane. Lovely turn there by Menelau. Quickly accelerating the play. Panaris. Razmovsky. Brought down there by Mickey Garmo. That's cynical. Not worthy of a card, but it's cynical.
He's cynical, but not worthy of card. The best foul to give away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree.
Unless they score here.
Yeah, then that would suck.
That would absolutely suck. Panaris, looping ball in, looking for Bosnovsky. Bosnovsky does get a header on it. Is that going to creep in? No. Just over the top of the bar. That almost went in.
I believe that's number 4
Number 4.
today over close, but not close enough.
Lack of clinicality with the headers, unfortunately.
Is clinicality a word?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What else would it be?
I know clinical's a word. I didn't know clinicality was a word.
Yeah. You wouldn't. There's no other word.
Come to the Melbourne Victory F&R broadcast and you will learn new words.
Yeah.
Not friends with words with friends.
No.
Not word of the day, but Ed Gooden.
Not Wordle.
Not Wordle, but Ed Gooden.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely turn. Over the top. Hogan. Is he going to pump this first time? No, because the keeper's going to get there first. And big old turn there by Dennis Martin. Gets a round of applause there. Mickey Garmo loses the ball and awarded a throw in for the Vuck. Hogan. Nice little move.
Patrick Hogan always looks like he's doing... Oh, good
Lovely.
turn there.
By who?
From Antonovsky?
No.
Ananovsky.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Beautiful turn.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
don't confuse the broadcast, please.
Anastovsky.
Yeah, sorry, I do apologise if I butchered the name, but it was a beautiful turn. It was worthy of me saying his name correctly that time.
Yeah, by the Das man. Darcy Anastovsky.
Yeah.
Panaris and just Panaris now. Not
I
Menelao.
believe Ed.
Panaris.
It's
Ball coming in, looping over the top. Left lean with a header, and that's number 5, Pakur. As the header goes over the crossbar.
I do believe, Ed, that Melbourne City in NPL 2, because I think the NPL 2 title today is also up for grabs.
Wow. Is the NPL title also up for grabs? No, that's
South Melbourne have secured that. And if you want to hear the song they played, tune into on a F&R broadcast, the NPL Victoria pod with Lockie Flanagan and Nick Tabano. They did doing a reenactment.
That's exciting.
Of the song, so it was quite
What a
entertaining.
thrill. Gee, Heidelberg and Bentley, that race for the final spot.
Yeah.
Or is it over now?
For the top spot?
No, when's the final round of NPL tomorrow? Today? Right now.
Oakley have got a game tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
Gee, Green Gully beat Eastern Lions 7-0.
Yeah. We do miss. We should have done a last broadcast. But back to this game.
No, all the games are tomorrow.
For NPL.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about NPL 2 and NPL 3 today. But
Come
okay.
on, champion.
Panaris.
3 p.m. Anastovsky. Lovely ball. Switching the play on the left to Lino. Trying to find Patrick Hogan, and he does. Patrick Hogan sends the ball in. Panaris! It's a good save by Dennis.
That flick just from his right boot, just calm as you like, but unfortunately it was just right at the goal, at the keeper there. Had it been anywhere else, I believe Melbourne Victory would have been all level here. We would be in for an interesting 20 minutes.
Burke. Bozanovsky. Bit loose that Dandy City got relegated, hey?
Yeah, it's a shame, but
We've seen the same teams in the NPL for the last 3 years.
which is quite strange. It's not
Yeah.
typical, but
We need those new players. We need all those new teams.
well, Melbourne Victory would be hoping to get into the NPL 2, and
Can they go to the NPL? No.
I'm not quite sure what the technicalities on that are. We'd have to ask around. Might phone a friend and find that out.
Phone a friend. Yellow card shown there to the Nunawading player on that far grandstand side. Could this be one of the last opportunities here for Melbourne Victory? Panaris on the ball.